Welcome back, Game Changers! For today, we'll be discussing a new lesson which is about differentiation rules. But before we proceed with that, let's first recall what we have discussed on our previous lesson. So it was about formal definition of derivatives, wherein the derivative of a function y equals f of x with respect to x at the point x equals x sub 0 is defined as f prime of x equals the limit of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0, or the limit of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0, provided the limit exists. And take note that we used a similar equation to this because it can be rewritten as f prime of x equals the limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h all over h as h approaches 0. But as you may have noticed, finding the derivative using this formula takes a lot of time. It's quite a lengthy process, and it's sometimes is a bit complicated. So medyo mahaba, matagal siyang kinukuha. There is actually another way of finding derivatives of functions, and that is through the use of differentiation rules. So these differentiation rules will actually help us find derivatives more efficiently, faster, and hopefully easier. Okay, so if there is such a thing as differentiation rules that will help us work efficiently and find derivatives faster, why do we need to learn all that difficult stuff in finding derivatives of functions using its definition? It's not because your math teacher is a sadist, but it's actually because it gives you a fuller, richer understanding of the calculus and its foundations. Think of it as a mathematical character builder. And what differentiation rules will we be discussing in this lesson? There are actually a lot of differentiation rules, but for this lesson, we will just focus on the basic differentiation rules. So there are 6: the constant rule, the power rule, the constant multiple rule, the sum and difference rules, the product rule, and the quotient rule. Some of the other differentiation rules will be discussed on the next module. For the discussion of the different differentiation rules, please click on the next video.